short walk in the woods today. It's late June and the weather has been extremely dry. We haven't had any rain for weeks. So I'm not really expecting to find any mushrooms popping up out of the ground, but I do think I might find a few things that are growing out of stumps and logs and things that might maintain moisture. So the first thing that I've come across here, and I'll show you in a minute, is something that's called the Hemlock Varnish Shelf. There are a number of other names for it. It's one of the mushrooms that's referred to as reishi mushrooms. It's a medicinal mushroom. This particular one, the Hemlock Varnish Shelf, grows on dead or dying hemlock trees, and its genus is Ganoderma, and its species name is tsugae. And tsugae is also the genus of the hemlock tree. So this is Ganoderma tsugae, named primarily that because it grows on hemlock trees. All right, so ahead along the path here, you can see a downed hemlock tree, and on this tree are growing some hemlock varnish shells. And as you might notice, or as you will notice, somebody has already been here before us and has harvested some of these mushrooms. And you can see where they are growing on the tree here. And I think you get an idea of why this is called a varnish shelf. It's very shiny. It's a very firm, hard mushroom, and grows again on hemlocks. Okay, in terms of medicinal qualities, it's dried, generally dried and ground up, and then used to make just for extractions. You can use it kind of like coffee. You can add it to coffee if you want to, or they also do make tinctures from it, and I've seen it for sale ground up in tea bags to make a beverage from. The claims for its health benefits are it reduces stress. It's also supposed to boost your immune system, and in that respect, it might have some health benefits. It has been used, not this particular species, the one that's used more frequently is Ganoderma lucida, and that has been used in Asian medicine for hundreds of years. If we look at the underside of the mushroom, it's pretty much white. It's a polypore mushroom, so the spore-bearing surface is really a bunch of very small pores, and the spores form within those pores and are shed. The spores are this sort of rusty cinnamon color, and you can see where they've actually dropped on the top of this mushroom. Fell off from some of the mushrooms that were up above. Let me see if I can get some on my finger. Here you can see, right, if I scrape them off of there, you can see the spores. It's an annual mushroom, meaning that the fruiting body, or the spore-bearing body that we're looking at here, grows anew every year. It begins to come out in May, and by this time of year, it's pretty well fully developed. If it's being collected medicinally, these would be okay, but preferably they would have been collected earlier. You're probably not going to do a lot of damage to the population if you want to collect a few of these, and I would leave some for a couple of reasons. They can spread spores and propagate additional mushrooms, although we won't get additional mushrooms from the spores on this particular tree because the tree is pretty well fully populated with a mycelium, the mushroom, so it has grown through a lot of the trunk of this dead tree and is in the process of decomposing the tree. So Hemlock Varnish Shelf can actually get pretty big. You can see this one here is over maybe 15 inches across, something like that.